Hey, real estate besties. Today is Tuesday, and around here, that means that we are answering your burning questions. Now, I don't care if it's about a deal that you're working, just a question on how to organize something in your business, or if you just want to dish with your good real estate bestie. I am here to answer your questions. Now, if you have a question, head on over to rosemarylewis.com/ask and you will be able to leave a voicemail and I will answer your question on the podcast. Let's get into our question for today.
I've had different feedback on open house signs. So I feel like, it's more personable if we have our face on everything. So I try my best to put my face even on posts and different things so that it's more personable. But I've had, our office supervisor say, I tend to not have my women realtors put their face on, open house signs just for safety reasons. But again, it kind of goes against trying to make all your marketing as personal as possible. What are your thoughts on open house signs specifically, or even signs too? I think I've seen one of your signs that has your face on it too. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Just as far as safety, but also try to keep your branding.
Yeah, I think that's a great question. So I personally don't like faces on open house signs for the exact reason that your office manager says, because
Yeah.
I don't think that it's a safety thing. It's a lot of weirdos in the world. I don't like it. I don't think that I would put my picture on an open house sign pointing and saying I'm here right now. Right. And that's just, I feel the same way that she does with that because of the safety issue. And y'all, let's talk about open houses for a half a second in terms of making sure that you are taking safety precautions. So, couple quick tips. I don't like your picture on the signs. Now, I do like a lot of signs, and I don't even mind your branding. I mean, of course, I brand all of my open house signs are branded with our logo. And we typically target open houses in the same neighborhood. So the neighborhood where I live, the neighborhood where, and each one of my team members, of course, we do open houses at our listings that may be a little bit more spread out. But if we are going and looking for open house, we're targeting neighborhoods where we're going to begin to have that brand awareness. So once you have brand awareness, it doesn't always have to be your face, right? So I like branded signs, but I don't like my face on it pointing to where I am at that moment. Also, when you're at open house, y'all make sure someone always knows your location. I do not treat open houses like I would a showing, meaning that I'm not following people through the house, right? You come to an open house, I'm not there because quite honestly, I don't care if you buy this house or not, unless it's my listing. I care about getting your information, having a conversation with you, figuring out what your pain points, your motivation is, and going for the appointment. I could care less. I don't care about their mess. I've walked it. So after you walk, I literally will say, feel free to walk around the house. I'll be right here. You know why I'm right here? Because I want a clear sign to the door if I need to dash out and leave your ass in this house, right? So with that being said, I always have a pathway for myself to the door where nobody is blocking me if I'm doing an open house. I know you want to go and get all your leads, but if the house covers a lot of square footage, you might want to have somebody with you at the open house. Somebody needs to always know where you are. And then even when I'm talking to people, I might even make it be like, oh yeah, because my partner will be, if nobody is there, I'm talking like my partner, did you see my dropping signs? She should be back any moment, right? So just different things like that. If you carry, I don't carry, but if you carry, that's a good place to carry. I used to keep a pen that I got from not CCAR, but our realtor board. It looked like a pen, but it actually was mace. So I used to keep that right here when I was doing open houses. And then also for safety, I never wore heels. This was just a mindset from like strappy heels, because I wanted something twofold. If I need to just kick them suckers off and run, I need to kick them off and run. And then I will wear pumps because if I need to kick it off and use it as a weapon, I'm going to take it off and use it as a weapon. Right? I'm from the hood, sis. So just thinking about this. And y'all, one time I had an open house where a guy walked in and I could tell he was drunk, right? And it was in North Dallas. I had a guy walk in and he told me a name. And the way the house was, it had like a courtyard. So like I'm in the kitchen and he kept trying to get me to like show him, like ask him questions, but he would like come to the door, ask a question, and then walk away as I was answering it. So I could see him in the courtyard and he was within earshot of me. And like, let's just say he said his name was Tim. And I was like, so Tim, he was not turning and responding. You know why? Because Tim wasn't his name. He forgot that he even told me his name was Tim, right? So just have your spidey senses, have your guards up. You know, don't be walking around these people like, and I did it in the beginning, like be walking in a 5,000 square foot house. I'm upstairs in the secondary bedroom following you to show you the bathroom. No. Did you see the bathroom upstairs? Don't forget. Hey, when you're up there, the blue room, take a step into that closet. I'm not following you in that closet, right? So just understand that, you know, you haven't vetted these open house people. And for that reason, I think that the more you show up, you can have brand awareness without it being your face all the time. Now, on my signs, I did have my face on my signs. One, because I like my picture. A little vain. But two, I did it kind of for the reason that you said. But what I found is that pink actually has done better for me than my face. Like having that color. I mean, of course, people know who you are and what you look like, but people will like now people see my signs around town because I have a team. And they always like, if someone knows me, they call me and tell me because now they've seen, like we've seen McDonald's, but do any of us know what, I was about to say Colonel Sanders. Do any of us know what Ray Kroc looks like? I have no idea. But I know McDonald's when I see it. So I think your sign on your face on the sign is fine, like a sign inside the yard. I probably wouldn't put my face on an open house sign. And then unfortunately, I do have to say this, ladies, depending on where you serve and what the racial climate is, you may choose to or not to put your face there. That's something that it's just the world that we live in.
If you would like to ever submit your own question to the podcast, go ahead and hit us up at rosemarylewis.com/ask, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye now.